Namaste. Hello, my name is Matthew. Today we are going to cook something delicious. You know what? Kerala shrimp curry. Kerala prawn curry also you can call. Today is the Kerala style because it is where I'm from. South of India, Kerala. What? The heck you mean we don't want shrimp? How you gonna cook shrimp curry? Sorry, we will get the shrimp and then we will cook Kerala shrimp curry. Very good? Very good. First, we will cut up the onions. Maybe we will lose the accent. So first we're gonna cut up the onions. And we've lost the accent. So I chopped up my accent and I chopped up some onions. With onions, I like to chop it up real fine. So first I will trim it down and then I will chop it up fine. Alright, so what we're going to do is put a little bit of oil on the bottom of this pan here, and we're going to heat up this oil. And the purpose of this is we're going to actually throw in our onions that we just chopped up. So I like to use, for 1.5 pounds of shrimp, I like to use about two onions. In this case, I'm making a smaller batch, so I'm using less onions and less shrimp. I'm actually using about a little under a pound of shrimp, so I went with 1 onion. Once my oil gets a little hot, I'm going to cook that onion up until it gets nice and soft. So here we're frying up the onion, and we want to make it golden brown. And then once this has gotten to be cooked a little bit down, we're going to actually add ginger paste and garlic paste. And what I like to do is add about approximately a spoonful, which is also a teaspoon of our garlic paste. So this is our garlic paste. I'm going to cook it into this oil. Alright, so now as we're letting this cook in here, we can actually add our dry spices. So the first thing we're going to start adding is our chili powder. Now, I bought this Kashmiri chili powder because it's a lighter chili powder. Now, depending on how spicy you like it, is the amount you want to put in. I'm not a big spice person, but I do like my little spice flavor in there. So I put about a little under a teaspoon. Teaspoon. And then I'm going to put some coriander powder in here, and I'm going to put about a half a teaspoon of coriander. I'm going to put in a half a teaspoon of garam masala. I'm also going to put in a half a teaspoon of paprika, only because I like paprika a lot. And there's a yellow powder that you can also add into it. I put in very little yellow powder just because in seafood, for some reason, the yellow powder kind of helps kill off any kind of germs, supposedly. The paprika is not typically used in this recipe, but I tend to use it because I reduce the amount of chili powder in my recipe because I don't like it as spicy, and I add the paprika as almost a substitute, so I can still get that rich red flavor, color, without losing a lot of the flavor or making it too spicy. I'm going to let this cook for about 2 minutes into the oil and into the onion itself. Alright, so we've been cooking for a little bit, and we're gonna add now our vegetable broth right now. And I've bought some vegetable broth. You can also add coconut milk, and I love the flavor of coconut milk. Coconut milk to me adds a lot of flavor into a lot of the shrimp curries as well as the fish curries. So we're gonna let this cook for a couple of minutes. Mix this up. Alright, so now as this is cooked up, we can go ahead and finally add our shrimps. I don't know if you can hear this thing boiling and rubbing together, but we're adding our shrimps into it.
what we've done with the shrimps is actually took the shells off, devined it, and cleaned it before we placed it in our dish. And now we'll just let this cook for approximately 5 minutes until you see the shrimps are fully red. So now our shrimp's been cooking, and as you can see, it looks nice and firm, and looks like it's ready to go. Gonna just mix it around a little bit. With shrimps, cooking time is really short, unlike chicken. So I'm just gonna try out the broth itself, the flavor. Oh my gosh, delicious. And there you go, my friends. Shrimp curry.